This one mindset shift has helped me make thousands, survive some of my coldest streaks, and actually grow my account even when I wasn't winning. Sports bettors everywhere are constantly chasing the edge. We're tasting different markets, tracking line movement, and let's be real, sharpening our theoretical skill set swords like it's the Game of Thrones.
And now it begins.
When I find an edge, even a small one, I ride that wave until the board gets cold. Now, over time, I've learned it's not just about finding winning bets, it's about understanding the cost of each bet, and that has changed everything for me in my gambling journey. If you're new here, I'm Noble Living. I've been a professional sports bettor for several years, and while I still hit cold streaks myself, I've stayed in the game because of lessons like this one. I make these videos to help bettors like you avoid some of the very same mistakes I made early on. So let's talk about one of the most important rules. It's not about how much you can win on the bet. It's about how much you spend on it. Now, I get it. It sounds like a fortune cookie at first, but most people, maybe even you, place bets by looking at the right side of the slip, which tells us how much we're going to win. And that's what we're thinking to ourselves. How much am I going to win if this bet hits? And I mean, let's be honest here, right? That's why we bet in the first place, because we're here to make money. But there's something flawed about that mindset, and we have to check it. Because the reason why that is that mindset is why we end up stacking extra legs in our parlay just to chase an extra $15 or $20. Or we throw in a minus 450 lock that ends up sinking our whole bet. And I know I'm not the only one who's experienced this, but what if we shifted our eyes from the right side of the bet slip over to the left side? And that's where we're actually taking a look about how much we're actually risking, because that's where bankroll management begins. Odds and the movement of them, I've come to learn, is one of the most important parts of being an everyday gambler. And here's why. So let's just say, and we're going to do a little bit of math here, but stick with me. Let's just say you're betting a standard line at minus 110. Well, your break-even percentage is 52.41%, meaning you need to win that often just to stay at even or at zero. And what's the math behind that? Your wager divided by your total payout. So 110 divided by 210 equals 52.41%. So simply, our goal as sports bettors, in all honesty, is just to win more than 52.5% of the time, which our break-even percentage, and we're going to be in the green and everything is going to be Gucci. So why is this just a little harder than it sounds? Because we rarely ever take only minus 110 bet. Let's just say it's an MLB afternoon and we get a late game scratch and the Braves ace is no longer pitching. Their opponent, the Phillies, who are also sending their ace to the mound as well, well, guess what happens to the line? It's gonna move. And now it moves from a pick'em to minus 130. That's only a small shift, right? Nope. 130 divided by 230 equals 56.52%. That's over 4% higher than the previous break-even percentage that I calculated. And that is huge in sports betting. That's a much tougher hill to climb, all because the juice have changed. So we literally have to win 4% or more just for us to be more profitable. So what is the point I'm trying to make here? It's the dog days of summer. Baseball's on every single day, college football and NFL are right around the corner, and favorites are everywhere, but they're also expensive. Now, don't get me wrong, I love favorites. I'm a favorite bettor, and this is not a fade the public and bet only underdogs video. This is a pay attention to the price tag video. How much are you paying for these favorites? Because when you throw two favorites together into a parlay, it might actually help you spend less money if you're strategic. And how is that? Because instead of laying minus 145 on the Dodgers run line, you may find another favorite for a very similar price, pair them together, and instead of you risking $145 or greater on that play, which is going to now significantly raise your break-even percentage like we previously calculated, you have now lowered that risk because you're only laying the $100 at the plus 100 at the moneyline parlay that you're getting in it. Now, again, this is not a recommendation, and this is not a straight bets versus parlays or I'm hunting for straight plus money bets type of video, because you can over leverage on parlays as well. You can get greedy by adding extra legs, and now you're out here looking dumb because you've cooked up a slip with 5 things that need to happen just to get to plus 105. This game is about sustainability, and you need that in your bankroll if you're going to be gambling every single day. The sustainability is about protecting your bankroll for the long run, because cold streaks are going to come. And like the inner voice of brand that says winter is always coming, We know that it's around the corner and those cold days are going to come. But when they hit, you'll be glad you stayed disciplined. You'll be glad you didn't spend $250 chasing a guaranteed lock or $195 chasing a minus 195 winner that was so guaranteed. You'll survive the storm and you're still going to have ammo for your next bet. Why? Because you only laid $100, $105, maybe $110. And yes, there are going to be times where you're going to just need to take the big heavy favorite because parlaying it together might not be working to your advantage. But again, pay attention to how much you're risking because that is what keeps you in the game. And if you're out here trying to make this sports betting thing work, remember this. It's not just what you win, it's what you risk to win it because the losing days are going to come and you have to be able to sustain those. Don't just bet on confidence, bet based on math. Know your break-even percentage, protect your bankroll. Longevity is the real flex. And this mindset shift has helped me stay in the game. And I've got plenty more for you right where that came from. So if you want more strategies, more behind the scenes of how I bet and survive in this space, hit that subscribe button and follow me on socials. It's your boy Noble Living. Let's get sharper together. Dictate your fate, guys.